Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Paul and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast. My name is Benton, one of your hosts, part of the Ball Chat family. Hopefully everyone is doing safe and enjoying their Sunday. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for the late start. We're starting a couple of minutes late here. Have a bit of sad news coming out of Jamaican football as I try to confirm this news. But part 2/3 of the family is here. Come on, Wagwan, because Junior is away enjoying the Eagles kick up my Atlanta Falcons. Wagwan, come on.
Everything is good so far. I can't complain. Everything with you.
Everything is doing well so far. Come on, speak up and we hear you, football family. Speak up and we hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yes, I can hear you a little bit better now, but yeah, you're saying.
I said everything is okay. I mean, yes, sad news. But in regards to Jean Nelson of the JFF was the manager for the girls team, the women's program. And I know she helped me when I needed some assistance when it came to my son. So, it's a big loss for the JFF, and a big loss for the female program, the female side, because Jean was an advocate for female football. So it's really, really sad when, you hear that someone, I guess she was ill, but it's still a surprise when you hear that someone has passed.
Yeah, football family, we're trying to make sense of this news here that we got, just as Kamon alluded to in our introduction, the news about former Reggae Girls manager, the wonderful Jean Nelson, and sadly passed away. She left an indelible mark. I mean, football family, we're going to talk about Jean Nelson's passing in a second. Those of you who know Jean Nelson will get a chance to chime in on her indelible mark that she's left on Jamaican football. But as someone who knows Jean, we've interviewed Jean on Ball Chat, just always an amazing person. We spoke to her. I spoke to her, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, and Jean was always in good spirit, always wonderful to talk to, even when you disagree. So it's a sad day for Jamaican football and for the Reggae Girls football, the Reggae Girls family, and the whole football fraternity. Football family, if you're joining us on FlowSports YouTube page, Ball Chat YouTube page, or Ball Chat Facebook or Twitter, you can take part in the show. It's a live and interactive show as always. We want to thank all the new subscribers. Thank you for joining in. And those of you who are new, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us. And hopefully you will be convinced and go ahead and subscribe to the content. But we're speaking about Jean Nelson for a few minutes. Jean Nelson, former Reggae Girls manager, just a wonderful person. She put about 30 years or so in the Jamaican football. She was one of those pioneer figures in Jamaican women's football when there was no football program come on. I mean, 30 years. She went to Haiti in 1989 with the first so-called Reggae Girls team. And, she picked up an injury, but it's just a sad news. Like we said, we know she was ill, but it was just a sad news all around when we heard about the passing.
Yeah, I mean, and as we always say, when we lose someone, that it's sad, and then when you lose someone who is so important to the program, it's just as hard, and hearts are heavy, and I hope JFF come out and do something really nice for Jean, because Jean served the JFF well.
Yeah, we're getting sad news out of Jamaican football family. Jean Nelson, the wonderful Jean Nelson, she restarted the Boys Town Wildcats in 1991. The Boys Town ladies team. She also helped us, was stepped away from the program from 1996 to 2007. Was invited back by General Secretary at the time, Horace Reed. And she's left an amazing and indelible mark on this program. The fact that she's been able to garner sponsorship. The Reggae Girls got to the World Cup in France. it's just sad news around. I mean, so football family, if you have comments about G Nelson, remembering the life and legacy of G Nelson, who sadly passed away. She's left an indelible mark on Jamaican women's football and Jamaican football in general. I mean, she played but picked up an injury, and so it's just sad all around. You know, um, I spoke to her when it was 3 weeks ago, and Jean always talk about blending up her juice, and she's very holistic in her approach, and she's always, being about healthy living and healthy lifestyle. She always says one of the key things about making it to the World Cup for the Reggae Girls in 2019 when they made it to France was the fact that they won that game in Haiti. That was when she knew how critical, how that the Reggae Girls were going to get there. And wow, it's a shock. Just heavy heart to their family on this ball chat show. Heavy heart, But football family, we remember the life and legacy of G Nelson throughout the show, Reggae Girls manager who passed away. If you have comments or statements about Jean and her work, with the Reggae Girls program, just shoot them in the text. Send them on in the text or comments. We'll go ahead and highlight them throughout the show. Football family, we're going to step to a regular show throughout. Today we always have ballers and bugs highlighting the impressive players of the week. And let's get to them. Let's get to the ballers of the week. Come on. Who do you have as your baller of the week, family?
I have a couple ballers, so bear with me. So for me, I'm a Barcelona. Well, I don't know if I'm a Barcelona fan anymore. That is to be determined. So Big Ben, Karim Benzema, I have to give a baller of the week. He scored a hat trick and had one assist in a 5-2 victory versus Celta Vigo. I always talk about it, that Big Ben does not get the respect that he's due. And I hope this season he actually gets the recognition that he's supposed to get. So Big Ben, CR7, of course, you have to give him a ball after because his debut and he scored 2 goals and he was instrumental in blah, 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 Manu, whatever. Lukaku, the man with a heavy touch, with the brace. I have to say, though, I was really surprised when he scored that first goal. The pre-Conte Lukaku would have missed that goal. But we are seeing a mature Lukaku, and I think it is good for my side. I still think he's okay, not the greatest striker there is. But I do, I have to give him a shout out. 2 goals. It was okay goals. And then I have to give it to Salah, a mention to Salah, for being the 30th player in the Premier League to reach the 100 goals club. Salah is a good player. A couple of seasons ago, he had a bad season, but he's consistent for Liverpool, and they can depend on him for goals. So Salah, Lukaku, CR7, and Big Ben are my ballers of this week.
Yeah, come on, giving ballers of the week to Lukaku, CR7, and Mohamed Salah. Impressive weekend of display by those 3. Football family, if you're just joining us, welcome to Ball Chat Podcast. We're reviewing some of the week's major news in the world of football. Throughout the show, we're discussing the life and legacy and any information you have about the passing of any news or statement you want to make about the passing of Reggae Girls general manager Jean Nelson. She passed away sadly, and we're going to remember her throughout the show. So if you have comments or statements that you want to make about Jean and interacted with Jean over the years, a stalwart in the women's football program who left an indelible mark. We're also doing ballers and bugs, highlighting our impressive players of the week. Come on, has CR7, Mohamed Salah, and Lukaku. She's giving those ballers of the week to my baller of the week. I gotta give baller of the week to Damian Lowe, or aka Nana Lowe. I thought he was absolutely impressive for the Reggae Boys in the game against Costa Rica. Yes, there were some errors. Yes, sometimes he made a couple of mistakes here or there, but I thought overall Damian Lowe is definitely demonstrating the capabilities of a high-level defender, a high-quality center-back, stepping up into midfield in that Costa Rica game at times and intercepting or disrupting the Costa Rican play. So he gets a ball off the week for me. And a ball off the week to Edward of Crystal Palace. The man making debut, come on. goals as Patrick Vieira and Crystal Palace picked up a victory. But Edouard made his debut and scored 2 goals. Christian Benteke better be careful. It's about time he gets some competition. What's his first name? Osano Edouard? Come on.
I can't pronounce it.
And also ball of the week to Chelsea's goalkeeper, the one and only Mr. Mendy, and Edouard Mendy. Excellent goalkeeper. He saved Chelsea yesterday against Aston Villa. You don't know, Chelsea fans are bigging up Lukaku, they're bigging up someone such and such. But Mendy deserves a ball of the week. Impressive, impressive. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. Ballers been the impressive players of the week, and bugs been the unimpressive players of the week. All right, let's segue to the bugs of the week, or the unimpressive players. Come on, who do you have?
Mikel Antonio, not only for his lackluster performance versus Panama during the World Cup qualifications in the office or in Jamaica, I am giving him a bug because you are on a yellow, and in the 95th minute, you're in stoppage time. You have a stupid, fool, crazy moment to get a next yellow, to get a red. So now when West Ham goes to Manchester United, Mikel Antonio will not make the trip. So he gets a bug because that was just so stupid. I don't understand how. I just don't get it. It was just so ridiculous. And I also want to give a real big bug to Javet. As I call it, pronounce it him, Javet.
Yeah, we go with whatever pronunciation you have. Forgive us, football family. We'll get the one next round.
What's his last name? Tanganga of Spurs?
Oh, yes. Jahet Tanganga. Yes.
It was just crazy. He got away with that foul on Zaha, because that was, I mean, like, what were you doing? You made no attempt to play the ball. So the referee let you off with a yellow, but you should have been a red. And then 5 minutes after, you got in with a 2-footed challenge to get a second yellow, to get a red, so your team down. How you lose 3-0 to Crystal Palace, a toothless, winless Crystal Palace? So no, I'm so sorry. Welcome to the party. So that dude gets my bug of the week as well, along with Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, Tanganga was I fight them on the forward fight. Big up to Dalton Stewart, the Liverpool family running hot. Dalton says baller, Harvey Elliott and Liverpool, and kiss me teeth, CR7. At least he's giving credit to CR7 as a Liverpool fan. Big up Jason Frame. Jason Frame said baller of the week. Cement first touch, Mane, and Salah first touch. I've seen them having fun together on the field. Cement first touch, Mane. Big up yourself, Jason Frame. El Pistolero says Fabinho ball of the week, and I have to say Ronaldo too. Yes, El Pistolero giving Fabinho ball of the week. Alex says baller PPO PP6. Who is PP6?
Penalty. I can't penalty.
Is that Paul Pogba? Is that who's Alex giving ball of the week, family? And bug of the week is Tankanga, and for both El Pistolero and Alex. Bugs of the week, our bug of the week is Tankanga. My bug of the week is Juventus. Brethren, Juventus is lost at sea. Juventus has 1 point from 3 games. Yes, it's early one, but big bad Juventus should not be sitting at the bottom half of the Scudetto. They drew with Udinese 2-2. They lost to Empoli. And what again? Them lost to an ex-idiot side yesterday. It's absolutely shambolic what's going on at Juventus. And the goalkeeper, Szczesny, that I massacred his name a few weeks ago, is absolutely horrible. The fact that Szczesny is still in Juventus goal. What does the backup goalkeeper has to do to get the job? Bug of the week to Juventus, to Allegri and the Juventus brass for not planning for life after Cristiano Ronaldo. So they get my bug of the week. Come on, before we get to our football roundup, do you have any other bugs our ballers you want to highlight since Junior is not here? Not to say that we're giving Junior a bug.
Junior baller, Erling Haaland, I mean, in that 4-3 victory versus Bayer Leverkusen, he was, exceptional, I should say. But that's what we come to expect from him. So he's Junior baller. So I think Junior would have given him a baller. So that's it for me.
Yeah, and of course, El Pistolero set me straight. PP6 is Paul Pogba. I didn't even know that Manchester United, our football fans, had a acronym for Paul Pogba. Bug for Jason Frame. Bugs is Hurricane. Chan, sure, you're the big man and the absence of Son, and you were MIA. And the Spurs defender.
Only you alone expect. Only him alone think a big.
All right, let's get to our football roundup. So bugs of the week for Jason Frame is Hurricane and Tankanga. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, let's send them on. And of course, again, we want to highlight the passing of former Reggae Girls manager, the wonderful Gene Nelson, sadly passed away yesterday. The Jamaican football fraternity has missed a stalwart, definitely someone who's left an indelible mark on the game on the island. Come on, let's get to the EPL table and look at the lay of land in the EPL. As Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, standard bearer so far. Your thoughts, first of all, on the landscape of things. Arsenal is out of the bottom. It's the early days, but big takeaway from this weekend in the EPL for you.
That the season is wide open, and that's how we like it. We don't want one team run away with it. We like it to be competitive. So for Man U to be top of the table, the only reason why is a goal difference. So let us just put it out there. So before we were saying Man City will win the the Premier League. I don't know. I don't think so, because if you realize, out of the three, let us not talk about Arsenal. I'm not a goalie. The teams, the Man U, Chelsea, and Liverpool were all talked about. No gunshot was fired over Man City 1-0 victory. Nobody cared. Nobody whatever. They weren't talked about.
Man City
Nobody cared.
Man City is not in any hype right now. In fact, Man City is probably said, you know what? Make them go along. Let the limelight seekers go.
But the thing is, the excitement is with Chelsea, Liverpool today, because I spoke to a Liverpool fan yesterday and he was lamenting the fact that nothing happened in the transfer market for them. But it was only Leeds still. But anyway, after seeing how they destroyed Leeds, I mean, they should feel good about where they are this season. I mean, bar the injury to Harvey Elliott, I think Liverpool is also in the running for top 4. So Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Come on, Casher Red. Big up Casher Red. Casher Red's a goal difference win title. So whether if you're leading by goal difference or not, it went. Big up Casher Red and FlowSports himself family. Yes.
Which is true. So the landscape changed. Before you hear Junior come out and Man U never had a chance. He was talking about Man U winning. Now we're talking about Man United actually winning the title. That's what the commentator said. That's what the fans are saying. And it's going to be rough. Chelsea played good football, but I don't think it was at the level that I expected. As you said, Mendy saved us, and it was only Aston Villa. So I think I like where the football is right now. It's exciting football. And I think everybody, including Arsenal, is where they belong.
Cristiano Ronaldo said he was nervous. Come on. It's all about it's the Cristiano Ronaldo weekend. He said he was super nervous. He says, to paraphrase, he hoped he can deliver and, going into the game. But did he deliver? It was fantastic. Scored 2 goals for them. He also alluded to the fact that, we can win something and the team needs to raise its level of maturity. The boss, the player coach, a.k.a. CR7. Your thoughts on his return? It's 4,507 days since he last played for Manchester United. The Manchester United fans are over the moon.
Listen, and they should be. I mean, this is a good pickup for Manchester United. It is really good. It raises the level. So Manu was down here, so there were maybe a 4. No, they're up there at 9. One man just improved their chances. And I think the level of professionalism that he brings to the team will also work, to the rest. You might see Lingard, you might see Shaw, who Josie always talk about fat. You might also see Shaw in the gym with CR7. So he drastically improves the game. No, the fridge maintains the captain armband. After having this man roll in and grab back him number 7, I think the team needs a leader, and that's where it is. Even Bruno played good football, Lingard on the score sheet, and Pogba had what? 2 assists, and we had what? An assist and a goal? So I see where Manchester United's level has really improved. As a Chelsea fan, that worries me.
Yeah, as a Chelsea fan, it should worry. I mean, he's definitely a serial winner. I mean, he will definitely push. I don't know if they will win the EPL, but he definitely makes them something special in terms of.
But Benton, who better than them? Look at their positions. Look at the positioning of all the players. Just look at it. They are really stacked. They are really good. Who will beat them? Chelsea should not, for a team that everybody says will win the EPL, should not have struggled how we struggled against Aston Villa.
Yeah, but all right, a good point. Who's gonna beat them? They're stacked. The important thing, and Bruno alluded to this in the post match press conference when asked about do now they consider them a title contender. He said something along the lines like he thought they were title contenders last year, and he thinks that they're definitely a title contender this year. The real Gideon is for Manchester United is can Ronaldo make Pogba, Fred, Bruno, and Martial and everyone else have cojones? You notice that Jadon Sancho also was on the field yesterday and there was nothing mentioned about him. Not that he had a bad game, but when they go up against the serial winners in this league, we will see. I mean, I know Cristiano Ronaldo gives them another dimension, but can those players deliver in against the big teams when they go up? I mean, when they play the Liverpools of the world, the Man City of the world, and of course, the big bad Chelsea.
Listen to me. When you talk about Sancho never have a bad game yesterday, if he don't have a good game, I don't know what to call that. It wasn't a good game. It wasn't an awful game, but he was invisible. He was invisible. Lingard took his shine. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But we will know when these all right. So it's difficult to tell because ball run and everything. People talk about ball is throwing. But with CR7's ability to echo the wins, to make people around him better, with a Pogba's game must listen to me. Manu must not let Pogba go. I think if Pogba have this a game like he has been having good games for the season start. So I think Manchester United will prevail. I'm not sure if they'll prevail against a Liverpool. But to me, my side, after yesterday, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Jason Frame said, oh, and Timo a bug just for being Timo. Alex says that's a good thing. They will want to push more with CR7. Bruno should be captain. It's still too early. We just have to try and stay above relegation. That was Arsenal. And Jason Frame also says Chelsea is still deeper. Let's take another. Yeah. Let's take a look at some of the other results that occurred yesterday. Chelsea, the other big bad team, I thought they were professional in their victory. 3-0, Edouard Mendy. But more importantly, Saul Niguez made his debut. He was hooked at halftime. Thereabout. Your thoughts on Saul being shown in at the deep end? Come on.
He's a professional football player. He's supposed to come in and adjust. He was, I was balling for a sub way before the game done. It's too early. I think we should give him a chance because people have said it that the English Premier League is not what they thought it would be. It's harder, it's rougher. So let us give him a couple more games to see if he can adjust. and then see. But he was non-existent yesterday.
Yeah. Results from this weekend's action in the EPL: Liverpool 3 over Leeds. Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira finally picked up a victory over Spurs. Arsenal defeated Norwich, and as Mikel Arteta said, he has learned. He has learned something in the early struggles. Brentford lost to Brighton. Brighton in the top half of the table. Man City defeated Leicester City. Of course, United defeated Newcastle, Southampton, and West Ham drew. Watford and Wolves. Wolves won 2-0. And of course, Chelsea, Burnley versus Everton will wrap up the end of the week. Regarding Chelsea, regarding Liverpool, come on. Liverpool played some serious ball today. Defeated Leeds 3-0. Harvey Elliott was playing so well before he picked up that injury. Your thoughts on Liverpool display and the impact of now having Harvey Elliott out for a stretch?
I think they'll be okay without Harvey. I think they have players that can kind of plug that hole. For me, I was disappointed with Leeds because I think they started out really well and I thought it would have been a competitive game. But Liverpool continues to show us that they're a professional outfit, that they know how to grind out results, and they look dangerous going forward. You know, a Liverpool fan and I, we talked about the impact that VVD has on this team. And I have to apologize to my Liverpool fans when I said that one player does not make a team. But you realize with your defender, I think it instills confidence in the players that are in front of them so they can actually go up the field and leave him around there. So I do think Liverpool had a professional, game today, and they really put it to bed. I mean, like they actually whooped Leeds. They whooped them. And I thought Leeds had an opportunity to make their presence felt in the game, and they really didn't. I think they were overwhelmed by Liverpool.
Elliott sent out a message via his Instagram saying, "Thank you for the messages, guys. Road to recovery. YNWA." This was while he was in the ambulance. It was a nasty injury. You spoke about Mohamed Salah's 100th Premier League goal, but it looks like Liverpool is flying again, as you alluded to earlier. But Manny, he's got to score some of those goals, right?
I don't even know. He's a professional player with years underneath his belt. I can't even say he was nervous, anxious. I just don't know what it is. And I think once he starts scoring, then, the floodgates will open. I must say, one concern that I have for Liverpool is that the depth is not there. And that's kind of worrisome for them. So Klopp can't run him players into the ground. He has to make sure that he manages the players properly. But I do think that Liverpool will be okay if everybody that you see playing right now is healthy. Elliott's position, they'll cover, but they have to go out in the transfer market and they have to get, at least one good player to come in.
Yeah, Liverpool. Before we move away from Liverpool, quickly, your thoughts on Thiago Alcantara? It looks like he's been instructed to speed up the game. He doesn't dilly on the ball anymore. Today he was very adamant about keeping the play moving. Sometimes when Thiago plays, whether it's at Bayern Munich or his old days at Barcelona, he would take his time. Of course, he can evade tackles pretty easily, but it seems like he's been instructed to keep the ball moving, which he kept on doing today. One touch or two touches, let's keep it moving. Your thoughts on Thiago, and has Klopp solved this issue with figuring out how to incorporate Thiago in this team?
Yeah, he used to be able to evade tackles. Not so more in the English Premier League. They will crunch him. And remember, we talk about it. Even we talk Junior Fleming. They say he's the most foul player. Why? Because he holds on to the ball too long. So I think Thiago has realized that if you hold on to the ball too long, you invite that pressure. And, him don't really have the quick feet anymore like that. So maybe it's coach's instruction. Maybe it's a new attitude from the player because he can evolve and he realizes that when I release the ball, I don't invite that pressure on myself. So, it was good to see. It looked like pretty football today. and I don't want to really, hype up the Liverpool fans then because they are insufferable, but your team look good today.
Yeah, just to remind football families, three-way tie at the top of the EPL. Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool sitting on 10 points, and Man City on 9 points, and of course Spurs finally lose a game, inevitably. And at the bottom, Norwich City. Should we call it for Norwich City now? I mean, we say it's too early, but should we go ahead and say it's relegation?
Hey, unless Norwich go out there and buy a marquee player, a Neymar, a Messi, a Mbappe, a Haaland, a Bellingham, a Lewandowski, it's championship for Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich trying to figure it out as Coach Franks and family. Premier League will continue tomorrow. This round will wrap up tomorrow with Everton versus Burnley as Everton looks to continue its unbeaten run. Let's step away from EPL to the UEFA Champions League coming on this week. Let's take a look and remind listeners about the group UEFA Champions League group. Let's get that up. Come on, are you excited? UEFA Champions League is back. And I still can't find my UEFA Champions League. Yeah, there you go. UEFA Champions League group. Man City in Group A, Paris, Leipzig, and Club Brugge in Group A. Group B, Atletico, Liverpool, Porto, Milan. Group C, Dortmund and Ajax. Come on, your quick thoughts of the Champions League group again as we get ready for match day 1 in UEFA Champions League.
Listen, I am excited. I really love the groupings. I really do. They're competitive. The PSG and Man City, it seems like they can't always put a pot on fire for that they group there. It's like, what? So, I think it's a done deal for that. The Liverpool, Porto, the Group B, for me, I think Group B is the group of death because anybody can come out from the group and it's going to be competitive. Porto.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, come on.
Well, my Porto, is the stepchild of this group, but I'm really not sure. So I am excited for Champions League. The groupings are really good, and I think anybody can really come out of the group.
Yeah, Alex says group of death is Group B. Which group is the group of death for you guys, football family? Let's get some of the comments in the chat. Alex says Leeds were rushing the game instead of slowing it down. They also weren't making good ball decisions. They were playing Liverpool game. El Pistolera says he gives the assurance to go forward. How would that? Mane should have had 4 goals. Yes, Mane should have had 4 goals there, maybe even 6. Dalton says, come on, you better recognize. What are you supposed to recognize? Alex says his group of death is Group B.
Letting me in.
Yeah, football family, really appreciate you taking the time to join us. Really love the fact that family is jumping in and support the show. If you're new to the show, please subscribe to the channel, subscribe to YouTube, Ball Chat YouTube page, and subscribe to FlowSports as we continue wall-to-wall coverage of football. Let's take a look at the Champions League matches coming up this week. Before we pivot away from Champions League football, match day 1 is on Tuesday. Big matches is match day 1 is what? Bayern Munich versus Barcelona on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Come on, you're the Barcelona fan. Are you excited about Bayern Munich versus? How many will Barcelona get Tuesday? That's the question.
I am looking at 4-2 Bayern Munich. I think Memphis is not strong enough to overpower the Bayern Munich machine. I really don't think so. We still have Piqué. I can't bother. 4-2 where I get.
Bayern Munich defeated RB Leipzig 4-1 in Bundesliga's play this weekend. Leroy Sané was actually quite good. He looked pretty good. Alphonso Davies was back on the grass. Other games that you're looking forward to in match day 1 on Tuesday, other than this Chelsea side versus Zenit. I mean, easy.
Benton. Sorry, Latin Junior.
Yeah, why do we need to let in the Manchester United fan, Bridget? We don't want...
Because we need him to come talk about Manchester United and Young Boys. It would be so nice if Young Boys could provide us that upset.
Can Young Boys beat Manchester United on Tuesday, June?
No, absolutely not. Ask her how much am I going to get? better you ask with a question there. So I see 6-1 in a young boy's future.
Come on, how do you go about and manage? Big up Junior, the engineer, aka Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo's fanboy. Family, how you doing?
I'm an air conditioner, AC. I got the split unit AC to one unit. We can serve our 4th floor. I need that. Put some respect on the name.
Well, your man hey, we don't give titles out after 4 games, Junior.
Respect though.
Manchester United versus Young Boys on Tuesday. We're looking at a Champions League match day 1. What games are you looking forward? Of course, Villarreal is playing Atalanta. Your thoughts on match day 1? And I know you already said that group of death was a group that you Group B was a group of death for you in the Champions League.
Yeah, I'm Barca Bayern is what I'm looking for.
How many Barcelona I get? A field goal?
No, I don't think so. I think Barcelona going to show up for the game. I don't think they're going to win, but they're going to show up for the game.
4-2. 4-2, I say.
No, 2-1.
On match day 1 continues for Champions League action on Wednesday. A big match, Liverpool versus...
What? You want to ask about Chelsea and St. Petersburg?
What's your thoughts on Chelsea versus Zenit on Tuesday? Come on, go ahead.
I was just joking. Go on.
But I mean, one thing, Chelsea may not be pretty, but they have a professional manager who's business-like.
They're pragmatic.
Pragmatic, yes, exactly. On Wednesday, Milan versus Liverpool is the pick of the game for me on Wednesday. Man City versus Jesse Marsch and RB Leipzig.
Wednesday at the day for me. Real Madrid, Inter, Atletico, Porto. First of all, Leipzig are gonna beat Man City.
Really?
Liverpool, yes. Liverpool are gonna draw with Milan. Ajax are gonna beat Sporting. Dortmund are gonna beat Best. Who else you want to hear about?
No, man. Leipzig will not beat Man City. I mean, Leipzig picked up 4-1, 4 from Bayern Munich. Leipzig and Jesse Marsch is still trying to figure it out.
Bayern Munich. Anybody will pick up 4-1 from Bayern Munich. Listen, in the Manchester City 1-0 victory, I did not see enough. I really think Man City need to go there either send back Grealish to Aston Villa, get back their money, because I think it's 60 days after the buy date they can return, and then get a good enough player. Man City wasn't really impressive.
Yeah, come on. El Pistolero says go to sleep, but Liverpool a draw. It's 3-1 Liverpool. Junior, quickly before we pivot to football in our own backyard and discussing some Jamaican football and get our final thoughts on the World Cup qualifier. Your thoughts on match day 1, the Wednesday setup, the Wednesday matches?
You know, all of those big games aside, you know the rivalry between Ronaldo and Messi is real. And with Ronaldo having the game that he had yesterday, Messi must want something versus Club Brugge. Will he play?
Of course. This is why they signed Messi.
All right, so how much goals do you think Messi going to score? Because remember, anytime Ronaldo does something, Messi does something afterwards.
I think it's the other way around, Junior. Anytime Messi does something, Ronaldo do it after.
Okay,
but
so
Messi hasn't done anything.
Messi hasn't done anything yet, so you kind of kill your own Messi.
The man scored a hat-trick the other day for Argentina in a Carnival World Cup qualifiers.
And them never play against Brazil, so what?
All right, but yeah, moving away from Champions League and let's step to football in our own backyard. But your final statement on this match day Champions League game.
No, the Wednesday game, I'm with come on 100%. The Wednesday game is must-see TV all over the place. Right now, I don't even know which game I really want to watch and which other game I want to follow up on my phone. Because you have so much good games coming out Wednesday. I don't know. So we'll just sit down and just enjoy it. football with fans in Europe, I think, looking at what's happening with the leagues right now with the fans, I think Champions League will have a different kind of vibe this year. I expecting some good football.
Yeah.
But
Looking forward to see
hold on now.
Champions League.
But hold on,
Come on,
real
the
quick.
ultimate question is for Champions League this year is, can PSG finally win a Champions League?
No, no. But hold on now. Quick. So you know they're having like a betting thing and whatever. Them have Inter Milan as favorite to beat Real Madrid.
Really?
Madness. But anyway, go on. No, I don't think PSG will win Champions League this year.
Yeah. We'll see, football family. The bookmakers have Inter Milan beating Real Madrid. What kind of party shop bookmakers that?
The bookmakers had the Atlanta Falcons as 3 points.
All right, Junior, this is real football show, not American football show. You and your Eagles fan self need to run out of here. All right, let's discuss, get your quick thoughts on World Cup qualifiers. Of course, we had 3 match days that occurred in CONMEBOL and CONCACAF. Quickly, your thoughts on CONMEBOL, Brazil and Argentina just being dominant and at the doorstep of entering. But the whole fiasco of CONMEBOL was that suspended Brazil versus Argentina game. Chile looks like they won't make it to Qatar 2022.
Chile has not been good for a minute. Are you surprised?
Yeah, but when is the Chile Federation is gonna phase in new players?
When they have them.
When them fail to
Where am I gonna find them from? Where? Where?
I expected a little bit more in terms of start phasing in the new crop of players. Venezuela, at least I anticipated Venezuela would have done better, but
No, absolutely not.
Junior, any thoughts on CONMEBOL and the whole fiasco regarding that suspended game with Argentina versus Brazil? Now it's been put to FIFA to go ahead and rectify, should they just go ahead and give Brazil the points? Because allegedly the Argentinian players broke the COVID protocol.
You know what's funny? What happened in that game is what I was predicting to happen in the Copa Cup final. Remember, I was saying something would happen in the game. This is actually what I thought would have happened.
Yes.
And it's weird that it happened during the World Cup qualifier. I mean, both countries, I honestly think there's a hidden story here, because Brazil and Argentina are already set to go to Qatar, right?
Yeah.
This game, they could not play this game and it won't matter to the qualification and NI table. I honestly think, and this is just a conspiracy theorist in me, I think both federations came together to send a message to the Brazilian minister, our president, and I think it's a political play. I really do. I really think it's a political play.
Those are the views of Junior, not Balcha.
No,
Bolsonaro, don't block with Brazil. Please do not. Bolsonaro, do not block ball chat in Brazil, family.
Don't block Benton, but you can't block me because you know more than me. You move on, go for yourself. I'm calling it like I see it. If the players are ineligible to play, why them wait till the game start for go take them off of the field?
Yeah, that was crazy. If they already broke the protocol. Come on, your thoughts on this? Should they go ahead and award the points to Brazil, because allegedly the Argentinian players broke the COVID protocol and incorrectly, as has been reported by some, put wrong information on the immigration documents.
Put the wrong information.
That's allegedly.
No. I don't know. Argentina on my side. I just want the game to be replayed.
And of course, none of these teams really need this game. All right, they both will make it. FIFA will then decide the outcome of this situation. And with a tight schedule, it's hard to really make this game up. All right, stepping away from CONMEBOL to football in our own backyard, let's look at CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers and the lay of land, just to get your final thoughts after 3 matches occurred. Mexico sitting on the top with 7 points and Jamaica down at bottom with a single point. Pass or fail grade for the Reggae Boys after 3 games. What do you guys give the Reggae Boys, a passing grade or a fail grade or a C based on what you had expected going into these three matches? Come on.
E for effort. E for effort.
Football family, will somebody say something? Do you give the Reggae Boys a passing or failing grade or a C based on the first three matches in CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers? Mexico sitting on 7. The Reggae Boys down the bottom at 1. Canada is on 5. USA on 5 points.
You can't hear me. You can't hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, how can we give them a passing grade when we upon 1 point? 1 point. Listen, I must say though, the Costa Rica game was the best game out of all three, right? And I think it had to do more with Costa Rica being an old team. We ran them ragged. That's it. We ran them ragged because they're an old team. I think if it was a younger team, we would have struggled and would have. So I don't know. We can't get a passing grade, Benton, upon 1 point where Panama on 5, and Panama not much better than we.
Panama did beat us. Come on, nobody with no. By the way, in fact, I should give yourself a start. That foreign 11, in Kingston versus Panama, a bug of the week. Whether it's the JFF or TAP or whomever, bug of the week. Sorry, come on, go ahead.
Listen. Jamaica cannot get a passing grade. We're on 1 point. What has saved us is that the teams above us, they mostly drew their game. So we don't have a runaway winner. That's just it. It's not out of reach. But we can't use the same tactics in the past 3 games and expect to move on going forward. It's just not going to work.
Yeah. Junior, I want to get to chime in. El Pistolero is giving them a D. The results from the September 2nd, Canada, Honduras 1, Costa Rica, Panama 0-0, Mexico defeated Jamaica 2-1, El Salvador and US drew 0-0. Junior, and then on September 5th, Jamaica lost to Panama 3, Mexico defeated Costa Rica 1-0, Canada and the US drew 1-1, El Salvador and Honduras drew 0-0. That was on match day 2. And on match day 3, Jamaica defeated Costa Rica, drew with Costa Rica 1-1. Canada defeated El Salvador 3. Mexico and Panama drew, and US defeated Honduras 4-1. Junior, pass or fail your assessment of the Reggae Boys' first 3 matches. What type of grade do you give them?
If we're grading on a curve, give Jamaica a beer. I'm explaining why. I'll give Jamaica a barely fail. If we're not grading on a curve, Jamaica fail, historically fail. But this is the thing. If I were to look at you and say after the first 3 games, 2 away games and 1 home game, Jamaica only have 1 point, how would I feel? I would say I am disappointed that we drew that home game, right? Regardless of who we played against. I would say I'm disappointed we draw the home game. Guys, World Cup qualification, you're not supposed to win away from home. You're supposed to win in your yard, right? So the only disappointment for me is the fact that we did not win our home game. That's the only disappointment. And I'm not going to sit here and celebrate the draw with Costa Rica. I'm not going to do that. I'm disappointed we never secured 3 points against Panama. Now, it's 8 teams in the competition, right? Top 3 make it to the World Cup. The 4th place go to playoff. We know that. I am now at the stage where I'm going to say, which teams does Jamaica realistically should finish above right now? Right now, Jamaica should finish above Costa Rica and El Salvador. That put Jamaica in 7-6 in 6th position, right? We know Jamaica not finishing 1st or 2nd. So Jamaica is looking at 3rd or 4th. Who is it that Jamaica is going to leapfrog to finish 4th? Our best case scenario, 3rd. We're looking at how Canada play and Canada ball America in America. We look on Panama and we cannot say Panama I'll get kicked out of World Cup. I'm not going to make it to World Cup, right? Canada, Panama, those are the 2 teams where we now have to run down and hunt down. Forget about America. Forget about Mexico. We're not beating those teams, but we're supposed to finish above Costa Rica and Salvador. Canada and Panama. We have to beat Panama in Panama, and we have to get a result against Canada in Canada. And we'll have to beat Canada at home.
Yeah. Good.
All right,
Go ahead, football family. If you're new to the show, please subscribe to Ball Chat YouTube page. Subscribe to the channel, football family. Really support the show. Go ahead, come on, as we have the next match day scheduled up. Next match day 4 starts, kicks off October 7th.
Not Canada. Canada is, for me, if anything, I would say Canada may be able to top the table. Panama is the Panama. Canada is playing good football. So I don't see Jamaica beating Canada home or away. USA, we don't even know. It's sticky. So what we have to do now is focus on that 0.5 spot. And even that's going to be tricky.
Okay. Jamaica will play the USA on October 7th. 7:30 p.m. Do we know where that game is? Where the venue is?
Texas.
I know sometimes.
Texas.
Where?
In Texas.
In Texas. Okay, so they're playing that game in Texas. October 7th, schedule Honduras versus Costa Rica, El Salvador versus Panama, Mexico versus Canada. Jamaica then play Canada in Jamaica on October 10th. And Jamaica will play Honduras on October 13th. So it's away, home, and away again is the next schedule for Jamaica. Look like it's a sticky schedule. But you know what? USA go Honduras and got won. Why can't Jamaica do the same?
Junior, no, I think you're trolling us or you're being facetious. I can't bother with you right now. Listen, I am telling you, I don't know what we're doing because Zimbabwe fired them coach. Poor results. Them draw and them lose 1-0 to Ethiopia and them say, no, chop. Joke we are joke.
Yeah, but I mean, Coach Tapper Whitmore is the man at the helm. And Junior, Coach Tapper Whitmore, after one of the games, said he was unfazed. I mean, what are the points expectation for the next round of matches? And Football Family will preview those matches as we get closer to them in our September 30th show. Your points expectation for these next 3 matches for the Reggae Boys. October 7th against the US, October 10th against Canada, and October 13th against Honduras.
As long as Honduras not in the red list, we should have a full contingent. Isn't that so? We should have Antonio. We should have Antonio. We should have Antonio. We should have Leon Bailey. Yes, we should have those players, right? That everybody come at for, mixed in with these players. We should have a Ravel. The only game Ravel can play is the one versus USA in USA. But don't they call Ravel Ravinesta? He's the answer to the midfield. So we have a strong contingent to play those 3 games, Junior.
Come on. The best that can happen for Jamaica right now is and you can cuss me, fight me, tell me about my mother, disrespect me all kind of way, just don't do it in front of my face. The best thing Jamaica can happen for Jamaica right now is Mikel Antonio decides him not play for Jamaica till them reach World Cup. That's the best thing that can for Jamaica right now. I'm gonna go out and say the next best thing that can for Jamaica right now is Leon Bailey run with the people around him and say him committed to play for Jamaica. If that don't happen, me don't want to hear nothing but a good contingent or good mixture. We saw 3 games, and the one game that the best side roll out for, then get them penny pop 3-0 against Panama in a national stadium. So me don't want to hear nothing about a Mikel Antonio.
Hey, best side in your opinion. That wasn't the best side. Kappa needs a mixture. They need a Kemar on the wing. Them need listen, we need a Lord Taxi. We need him have a good game. Stop it. And a Damian Law and a name Andrew Grant. It was they were missing They were missing from the Panama side, and in the other two games that Damian Lowe and Mr. Swindon Town played, they had good games. So, Junior, I think we need a mix. Though we say we need a true number 9, because I don't know what we're doing with quarterback on the wing. Is it
Come on. We have a true number 9 in Shamar Nicholson.
Shamar miss more than OM score. Yeah. Shamar need a partner. Yeah. We need a 4-4-2. We need a 4-4-2. We need an Antonio to up your so, and we need a Shamar to round your so. That's what we need.
Come on.
Junior, we're gonna disagree. We need
Junior, we need Antonio and Shamar playing together.
We need a goal scorer. We need a proven goal scorer. And listen, I think if we did have Antonio for the Costa Rica game, it would have been a different result, because you saw all the misses. The chances were there.
Yeah, come on, you're not the venue bridging Javon East again. Big up yourself, Javon. Football family,
I cussed to Javon East, but in this, me must defend Javon East now with all them fools today. And I'm playing a theme neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'm a player. Yeah, big up yourself, football family, as we get close to the Reggae Boys next round of matches in CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. We'll go ahead and preview them. We're getting ready for Yard Ballers, discussing Jamaican football. Junior, you get the final statement. We don't want to cut you off, but we make it quick, Junior. We have like a minute and a half or 2 minutes before we wrap up.
We will see.
We will see. All right. Football family, let's get to Yard Ballers, highlighting Jamaican football. Hey, come on. You can't talk to Cavalier, you know. Yard Ballers report.
Yo, Portmore is out. Them out, so they missed me, but we left them there for last. But give like a roundup. It was a good weekend for the Reggae boys and girls. So Andre Gray scored for QPR 3-3 versus Reading. Liam Moore had 1 assist for Reading. Kaheem Paris scored a goal and had 2 assists for FC Copper in the 4-1 win. Romario Williams scored the only goal in his team's 1-0 victory. Kemar Roof scored a goal in Rangers' 2-1 victory. Alison Swaby and AS Roma secured a 2-1 win. Kevin Lambert scored a goal in the 4-3 win versus LA Galaxy. Jashawn Anglin, he had an assist versus Memphis in a 2-0 victory. He plays for Miami FC. Kenardo Forbes, the one that me and Ultimate Butler were talking about, he had 2 goals in a 5-0 victory. Michael Seaton scored a goal in a 3-0 victory for his team. Chantel Swaby and Rangers beat Hamilton 7-0. And also, Kenroy Howell from Waterhouse is gone to El Salvador on loan. The season-ending loan till May 2022 with the option of a transfer. And I also want to point out that Mr. Ricketts, he came out and said that we have already spent $100 million on World Cup qualifications, and after only 3 fixtures out of 14, they have accumulated $105 million bill, and this does not include the $5 million for the stadium bill. I can't understand them on the lose 3-0. Don't pay it. Don't pay that. So he's saying that they need more money.
Yeah, we need more money now, man. Think. All right, let's get to the Jamaican Premier League. Come on, guys. Cavaliers.
Tivoli Garden missed out on an automatic
achieve the first objective now.
Harborview sneak into playoffs. Mount Pleasant moves into playoffs. Who else? Waterhouse is in playoffs.
And Veer, so you have Cavaliers and Waterhouse
semi-finals.
Yeah, so Cavaliers and Waterhouse got by to the semi-finals, and then Mount Pleasant will play what? Harborview, and then Tivoli will play Veer in the chance to go to the other 2 semi-finals in a 2-way leg.
Yeah, that's fine. So I am surprised with Mount Pleasant because they had a bit of trouble earlier on, and they've righted the ship, it seems. People are not really happy with the personnel changes because they cut Ben Boy is no longer there, and everybody knows that Ben Boy is one of those players that Jamaicans love to watch play. So, I guess something is going on at Mount Pleasant. So, yeah, the Premier League is getting hot. We will see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. And again, Akwasa Chong, I think after today, he's still the leading goal scorer.
Yeah, still leading goal scorer Kosa Chong with 6 goals. Jamaican Premier League is wrapping up my side, Malines, Kana, Doug. Even though you don't have to worry about relegation, right?
Yeah, no relegation.
Football family, before we step away we really want to thank the family for joining us. Come on, any other news on yard ballers?
No, just support the ballers. Them watch them play in the USL because they're doing good things, and I hope Topper really gives Nico Brett an opportunity to come and see. I always advocate for the players them, but Nico is a good little baller.
Yeah. And Jamaican Premier League semi-final actions coming up. When does the semi-final kick off? Next weekend? No, the quarterfinals will take place next weekend, first leg.
Right.
Yeah. Football family, as we head home, looking at the fixtures coming down for Premier League. Big game, Chelsea versus Spurs. Come on, we're going home, but how many you not get from Spurs?
All you out of the East Spurs can beat we, especially if Son is still out, them cannot beat us. So I am saying Lukaku with a hat trick.
Lukaku with a hat trick. Junior, imagine this, Lukaku with a hat trick. Your final prediction of a Spurs versus Chelsea game. Feature match next weekend in English Premier League.
Look for P3 0-0 draw.
And stepping on football family, we just want to once again just celebrate the life and legacy of the wonderful Gene Nelson, former manager of the Reggae Girls. Junior, you know Gene, spoke to Gene, interviewed Gene on Ball Chat. You get the final say as we step home. We're just highlighting her work. Your thoughts? You weren't here earlier when we spoke about her legacy and her work. Your thoughts, Junior?
It's sad news. I don't know if it the highlight though, but Jean is one of the she's probably the first official that believed in Ball Chat when we reached out to her, right?
Yes, she's one of the first. She was very, very early in the Ball Chat interview rotation.
Yeah, very early. And we reached out to her and she was always open. She always communicated back with us. And more time when we sit up, when we're on the show and we're hinting at certain things and we say maybe or this and that. Some of the times, some of that information we got through Gene. So I mean the relationship was so strong professionally between Ball Chat and her, where she sent out information and said you guys can talk to this person. And it professionally we can't speak any more about her. Also personally, the type of person that she was, that I got introduced to, I can't speak any more about her. I mean, it is such a good soul, and thoughts and prayers out to the family. I could say many things, but thoughts and prayers out to the family. Yes. And people, this is just another reminder. And knowing how Gene is, and Benta, come on, Gene will probably say, I want to just take the time and support one another and show love to each other. Something like that, she'll answer, right? So even in this time, even in this instance, she is sending a message to us. So people, go out there, have a friend and a family, love on a friend and family, man. Don't afraid to tell us your love.
Big up. Football family. Big up to Adrian Rogers. I say real thing, big woman. Are you that? Come on, Junior. Let's highlight a couple comments before we go my way out there.
There are no good players not want to play for a coach with no style of play, playing the same teams for decades and still cannot get a good win. I'm talking about Tapa.
Tapa Whitmore.
Beating America is not a good win. Okay, Adrian. In the Gold Cup. Man City ball the thing, the watch and learn.
Beat and teach, beat and teach. Football family, if you're new to the show, thank you for joining us. You know, the regulars always big up yourself for coming through. Please subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Ball Chat YouTube page. Smash the like button and turn on the notification because we do wall-to-wall coverage of football every week, every Sunday. EPL, Champions League, the Reggae Boys, South America qualifiers. We will be on top of it. Football family, you can connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on Twitter, Ball Chat 1. We're on Facebook at Ball Chat. Audio version is available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. You can watch the show on FlowSports YouTube channel, on Twitch. Yo, family, Gene, rest in peace. The indelible Gene Nelson, big up yourself, rest in peace. A sad day, the football fraternity. All football family, love. Yo, we're going on the road now.
Bye.